Okay, last one is from Dan. Hi guys, love the channel. It's pushed me to buy a bike for the first time since I was 15. I'm now 23. Anyway, I bought a Boardman ADV from Halfords just over a week ago and sadly got a flat tyre for the first time this morning. As the ad on Halfords website said the bike was tubeless ready, I tried to find the puncture, and when I couldn't, I started pumping away assuming the sealant had filled it, but to no avail. Thankfully, I was only 5 minutes from home, so I walked the bike home, took the tyre off and headed to a local bike shop who found that the wheel is tubeless, the tyre is tubeless, but it has an inner tube in it and doesn't have the correct rim tape for tubeless. Thankfully, the guys in the bike shop were very kind and didn't charge for fitting a new tube and pumping it up. But surely this is some dodgy advertising on Halford's end.
I think this is actually really interesting because it shows how certain pieces of information have become like normal to us. Like, for example, we've been doing all of this stuff long enough, and I'm sure there'll be people that listen to this as well, that when it says tubeless ready, we know that that means it just can be used tubeless, but a shop is nearly never going to sell it with sealant because it's messy and they don't like doing it.
Yeah.
So this is a really good message that actually reminds me that just because it's terminology that I'm used to doesn't necessarily mean that it's terminology that everyone understands. Because that's massively misleading, you know?
Yeah, correct.
Tubeless ready. So you go, oh, excellent.
So tubeless ready doesn't mean that it's set up tubeless. It will usually be set up with an inner tube in it, but it means you can convert it to tubeless, which means that you would have to put rim tape in it and get sealant, etc.
Yes, and isn't cheap. And then the other bit, which I think people often don't know with tubeless, is the sealant dries out,
yes,
and you have to replenish it regularly, typically every few months, depending on how much.
And that's why they never set them up tubeless.
Yes, yeah. But also, what a legendary shop for not charging him for a tube. That's incredible.
You should get in touch so you can give that bike shop a shout out.
Well, thank you for your message, Dan. I'm sorry that you had to walk home, but hopefully it won't happen again. That's all for this week. Thank you for listening. Keep sending in your emails to wildonespodcast@cademedia.co.uk. If you're listening to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever else, please leave us a 5-star review if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. I like growing. And if you're watching, leave us a like and remember to subscribe so you don't miss on the next episode. Thank you, Chris. You've been a lovely host, and it's always wonderful to see you.
Wait, I'm the host.
Are you the guest?
Oh, yeah.
Are you the guest?
My brain is not
I've
working
been a great
today.
host today.
Thank you, Emily, for filling in for the bits that I kept messing up. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.